व्रज जन रंजन रंजना यशोदनंदन व्रज जन रंजना रंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना श्री जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी श्री जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी हरे जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे निताय गौरंगो निताय गौरंगो निताय निताय गौरंगो निताय गौरंगो निताय गौरंगो निता 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 निताय गौरंगो गौरंगो निताय गौरंगो गौर हरि निताय गौरंग जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन नंदन जय सच्चिनंदन गौर हरि जय हरि पतित पावना गौर हरि पति जय राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन की राधे जय राधा माधव राधा माधव श्री राधे Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jai Baladeva Mata Subhadra, Jaya Eva Mata Subhadra, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya. Yom Shpa Prahamsa Parivraj Kacharya Stottar Shata Srimad Divan Grace Avicharana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Kodi Vaishnava Vrindi Ki Jai Namacharya Srilar Das Thakur Jai Prem Se Kau Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasad Gaur Bhakti Ki Jai Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinatha Shamakund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan Ki Jai Sri Sri Jagannath Subhadra Baldevi Gaur Nitai Ki Jai Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. All glories to assembled deities. All glories to assembled deities. All glories to Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. The song written by Rupa Goswami Pad, Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande, the meaning everybody knows it. Yadapi samadhishu vidirapi pashyati natava nakhagramaricim. Rupa Goswami Pad लिखते हैं कि, he writes that even though Brahma Vidhi performed austerities, tapasya for thousands of years, still he could not see the Lord as it is. He could see only the small effulgence emanating from the lotus feet, nail of the lotus feet of the Lord. Vidirapi. Marichi means prakash, illumination. So Lord Krishna cannot be seen just by like performing austerities, not that. Lord can be seen, Krishna can be seen only by loving devotional service. He cannot be seen by performing austerities. You can see the Narayan, 400 opulent form of the Lord, not the Krishna. Krishna means the pure love of Godhead. Krishna Bhakti means prema bhakti, prema tattva. When we perform the austerity, tapasya, Aishwarya Bhava, Lord is so great, I am small. So we can go to Vaikuntha to be with Narayan. To be with Krishna means one must have the pure love of Godhead. That's why Srila Prabhupada ever say pure loving devotional service. He doesn't say that bhakti. Other people say devotional service. But Krishna Bhakti is a loving devotional service. Not as a duty or out of fear, out of love. Just like in the child home, your child may come and say, kick the mother or father, sometimes beat, but still you love the children, is it? Within the house, the predominant factor is the love among the children, mother, father and all that. But the same person go to office, is a manager sitting in office, somebody come, some clerk come and kick you. What will you do? You will be happy? You are getting my point. In the house, your son kicking, you feel happy. But in the office, somebody come and kick you, you're dismissed from service. You take strict action. Because there you are a executive authority. And similarly, the Narayan means governing principle, executive authority. That's why it shows Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. Krishna, he doesn't have the stick in his hands. Is it? So Krishna Bhakti means love, pure love of Godhead. So here, it stresses that you can be seen only by the Lord, by the love. What is not possible, Lord will make it possible. Durgata Ghatana Vidhatri. So, it is just a small song written by Rupa Goswami Pad. Srila Rupa Goswami Pad ki jai. Yes. Today we will discuss from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, chapter 24, text 59. The chapter deals with the prayers offered by Lord Shiva to Supreme Lord Krishna, which is known as the Rudra Gita. From 33 to 79, the entire chapter speaks about the glories of the Lord. You can see entire whole scriptures, whether in Purana, when we are asking for the Lord, we don't ask the Lord, please give me. First we offer the wonderful prayer, glorifying the Lord's opulences. After that, when the Lord says that, okay, I am very pleased, ask something, then we ask. But now what happens, we come to the temple, Lord, give me that and give this one. So first we have to make offer prayer so that he is pleased. When he is pleased, he gives it. And also Srila Prabhupada said many times that Radha Madhav is a window to Vaikuntha. Many of the room conversations said, the Radha Madhav which we sing every day, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada we got it. And we are singing, the Prabhupada said this is the window to the Vaikuntha. And Prabhupada himself, when he used to give class, when he sing Radha Madhav, and before he complete, he close eyes and tears coming, he goes into trance. After 20-25 minutes, when he open eyes, thank you, he get up. Because he comes to the ecstasy, he can't even talk. He realized how it is, can take one to the trance and window to the Vaikuntha. Yasyanubhavamakalaśruti saramekam adhyatmadīpamatiteshitam tamondam samsarinam karunaya puranaguyam tam yasasunumupayam gurum munina Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim yasam tato jayamadiraye nashtaprayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavate uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya So, for Lord Vishnu Tattva prayer, two mantras very famous. One is Om Namo Narayana, which is famous as a Ashtachar mantra. And more powerful than that is Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Means we should not differentiate that this is powerful, this is not. As I said, Krishna Tattva is Prema Tattva. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu incarnation in the first chapter of Adilila, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami mentions why Krishna appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In the Skanda Purana also, reasons for Krishna's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appearance also given. And Krishnadas Kaviraj says that Krishna was not feeling happy. Some people worship him out of reverence. Oh, Lord is so great. Lord Krishna wants to interact with the devotees like a family member. But somebody treating him like a reverence, opulences, he doesn't feel happy. So he appeared just to teach how one can interact with the Lord with the love and affection. This is one of the three reasons mentioned by Srila Prabhupada, Chaitanya, Krishnadas Kaviraj in first chapter, the spiritual master chapter is there. Okay. 59th. Okay. Na yasya chittam bhir artha vibhramam tamo guhayam cha vishuddham avishat yad bhakti yoganu anugrahitam anjasa munir vichaste nanu tatra te gatim nayastra chittam vairartha vibhramam tamo guhayam cha vishuddha visat Yad-bhakti yoga-anugrhita-manjasa munir-vichaste nanu-tatra-te gatim nayasya chittam vairartha-vibramam tamo-gunayam nalvi-cha-vishuddhama-visat Yad-bhakti yoga-anugrhita-manjasa munir-vichaste nanu-tatra-te gatim natasya chitram vairartha-vibramam tamo-ghayam cha-vishuddhama-visat Yad-bhakti yoga-anugrhita-manjasa munir-vichaste nanu-tatra-te gatim tamo-gunaya cha-vishuddhama Yad-bhakti yoga-anugrhita-manjasa munir-vichaste nanu-tatra-te gatim nayasya chittam vairartha-vibramam tamo-ghayam cha-vishuddhama-visat Yad-bhakti groha-anugrhita-manjasa munir-vichaste nanu-tatra-te gatim nayasya chittam vairartha-vibramam tamo-ghayam cha-vishuddhama Yad-bhakti yoga-anugrhita-manjasa Matajis Nayasya chittam vairartha-vibramam tamo-ghayam cha-vishuddhama-visat Yad-bhakti yoga-anugrhita-manjasa munir-vichaste nanu-tatra-te gatim na never yasya whose chittam hurt by external artha interest vibramam bewildered tamaha darkness guhayam in the whole cha also vishuddham purified avisat entered yat that bhakti yoga devotional service anugrahitam being favored by anjasa happily munihi the thoughtful vichaste sees nano however tatra there te your katim activities translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The devotees whose heart has been completely cleansed by the process of devotional service and who is favored by Bhakti Devi does not become bewildered by the external energy, which is just like a dark well. Being completely cleansed of all the material contamination in this way, a devotee is able to understand very happily your name, fame, form, activities, etc. Purport. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 25th chapter, 25th verse, Tatam prasangam mama virya samvido bhavantirutkarna rasayana kata tajjoshanadashvapavarga vartmani saddharate bhakti anukramishate. Simply by the association of pure devotees, one can understand the transcendental name, fame, quality and activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu repeatedly said, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Koi, लवमात्र साधसंगे सर्व सिद्धि है. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, 22nd chapter, verse 54. Simply by associating with a pure devotee, one becomes wonderfully advanced in Krishna consciousness. Sadhu Sangha, or association with the devotee, means always engaging in Krishna's consciousness by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and by acting for Krishna, specifically, chanting Hare Krishna Mantra purifies one, and this chanting is therefore recommended by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Cheto Darpana Marjanam. By chanting the names of Krishna, the mirror of the heart is cleansed and the devotee loses interest in everything external. When one is influenced by the external energy of the Lord, his heart is impure. When one's heart is not pure, he cannot see how things are related to the Supreme Personality Godhead. Idhami Vishwam Bhagavan Ivetarha. Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 5th chapter, 20th verse. He whose heart is purified can see that the whole cosmic manifestation is but the Supreme Personality Godhead, but he whose heart is contaminated sees things differently. Therefore, by satsanga or association with the devotees, one becomes perfectly pure in the heart. One who is pure in heart is never attracted by the external energy, which urges the individual soul to try to dominate material nature. The pure heart of the devotee is never disturbed when he executes devotional service in the form of hearing, chanting, remembering, etc. In all there are 9 processes one can follow in the execution of devotional service. In any case, a pure-hearted devotee is never disturbed. The Bhakti Yoga process must be carried out, avoiding the 10 offenses one can commit while chanting the Mahamantra, and the 64 offenses one can commit while worshipping the deity. When a devotee strictly follows the rules and regulations, Bhakti Devi becomes very much satisfied with him. And at the time, he is never disturbed by anything external. A devotee is also called Muni. The word Muni means thoughtful. A devotee is as thoughtful as a non-devotee speculative. The non-devotee speculation is impure, but a devotee's thoughts are pure. Lord Kapila and Sukadeva Goswami are also called Muni, are thoughtful. When he purely understands, and Vyasadeva is addressed as a Mahamuni. A devotee is addressed as a Muni or thoughtful when he purely understands the Supreme Personality Godhead. The conclusion is that when one's heart is purified by the association of devotees and by the avoidance of the offenses committed when chanting and worshipping the Lord, the transcendental name, form and activities of the Lord are revealed by the Lord. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chachunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamta Sri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanitam Cha Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachacha Deshatarne Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Hare Krishna. Lord Shiva, Shambhu, is a pure devotee of Lord Hari, Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu, is teaching Prachetas. He is teaching the Prachetas. Prachetas, the son of Bharisat, also known as Puranjan. Next chapter we will come across Puranjanopakyan. There are 10 sons of all called Prachetas, also called Varunadevdal. Okay? The Prachetas, when they were told to perform, to marry and increase the progeny, this pastime belonged in the beginning of the creation, in the Satyuga, in the Swayambhu Manu. Now we are in which Manu? 7th Manu, Vaivasvata Manu. One Manu means like king, you can say. In one day of Brahma, there are 14 Manus, means 14 kings. The duration lifespan of each Manu is 600 millions, means 60 crore years. So just imagine how much time. We can't even count it, how many zeros. That is lifespan. So this is a pastime coming, the Swayambhu Manvantara. This is almost like a beginning of the creation. So there was whole universe was empty, that need to populate. Lord Brahma was struggling hard to populate them. Then assigned the job to his sons. Now, the sages, Vashishta, Jamadagni, all this. Now he also, Bharisata also given title as a Prajapati, so he has to populate. Therefore he told his sons to marry and populate. Immediately they were going for tapasya. Nowadays you tell the children, oh, now you get married. Oh, he is very happy, I am getting married. Marriage means one should have the capable to control the senses. Not the marriage means enjoyment, no. That's why you can see in the scriptures, whenever anyone is told to marry, immediately go for austerities. Prabhupada says that before the marriage, one should be leading the life of a brahmachari, student life. The brahmachari life is to control the senses. When he controls the senses after marriage, still he knows how to control the senses. You understand that the marriage life is not meant for enjoyment, but to serve the Lord together. Householder life is not for just a slap. Prabhupada writes, it is very little concession is given for sense enjoyment. Otherwise, most part of the family life is meant for serving the Lord. In the 7th canto, 14th chapter, where Narada Maharshi explaining the duties of the householder, Grihastha Ashrama, you can read it. The beginning only, Narada Maharshi says that a householder duty is that you must always invite the Vaishnavas to him and hear katha. And also write that responsibility of the householders to take care of the brahmacharis. And say that brahmacharis must be treated like their own sons by the householders. Brahmacharis don't work. Sannyasis don't work. Vanaprastha don't work. So how you are going to maintain the temple? So brahmacharis and sannyasis engage in service of the Lord. So if you want the temple to be maintained, if our dharma to be continued, the householder duty to see that they also take care of the brahmacharis and temples. It is the highest responsibility Lord has given. So that's why brahmacharya also, this household ashram also, blessed ashram it is. Lord Krishna incarnated only in the householder life, is it? Do you agree? One I read in the Zoom conversation, after the class, one of the Prabhupada disciples said, Americans. Said, Prabhupada, only brahmachari life is good. Household life is just nonsense. Prabhupada said, where do the saintly people come from? Are they falling from the sky? You got it? So it means each ashram is holds the same responsibility and realization, destiny, provided everybody engage in the service of the Lord with the proper understanding. Okay? Householder life is not meant for the whole life, it is only for 25 years. First day I explained it. 25 years brahmachari life, 25 years household life. That's why our elders, they understand that we are not going to leave the family. That's why elders, I think so. 51, what do we say in Hindi? First day I talked on this one. 51. Already tell you go to one forest. Vanaprastha, na? You have to take to the Vanaprastha. If you don't take Vanaprastha, then 59, 60 what you say? Satkar, what is the meaning? Any Bihari? Sat means Morak, fool. Are a fool, you are still in the house with the family? Exert, basat, tersat, tersat, pansat, satsat, satsat, atsat. Hearing again, sat, fool. Maybe senses will come to the proper, then you will take sannyas targaya, sattar. Sa means he, na? Sanskrit mein. Sa, ham, tam, saha. So now he targaya, delivered. Means, maybe true or may not be true. But I felt that maybe our elder people, they know it. These people won't leave the house. But scripturally, Prabhupada also writes many places that household life is only for the 25 years. After 50 years, one should go because there is no guarantee that I will continue my life. I don't know. There is no guarantee even 50 years, but okay, let us take it 50 bottom line. After that, any time, Ram Nam Sat Hai, it will come up. One should be ready. That's why scripture says, Dehasti Mamsarudiro Matatyadatvam Jaya Sutadisha Sada Mamatam Vimuchya Pasyan Nisham Jagadidam Chanabhanga Nishtam Vairagyaragarasiko Bhava Bhakti Nishtaha Pasyan Nisham Jagadidam Chanabhanga Nishtam. Always think that this moment, if I die, what will happen to me? What will go with me? What I have done, what I take it? Then he will not commit the mistakes. But we think that, I will live for next 20 years, make big plans. But scripture doesn't say it. Doesn't say that. Everyone should also understand that this material life is anytime it can go. Okay? Understanding that vairagya, get detached from the material world. Detached doesn't mean that leave the family and become sannyasi. No. Staying with the family, at the same time don't stay with the family. All Acharya, Shankaracharya or Vaishnavacharya give the example of a lotus flower. Lotus flower, you all know, it grows in the water. But you take the water or leaves, it never become wet. It always dry. As if it doesn't know what is water. So householders should also be like that one. They should take it, not householder life topic, but topic has come. Unless we understand, then we cannot engage in the full devotional service. Householder also should understand that. I said 25 years. Children are property of Krishna. So we are custodians. Parents are not the fortune maker for the children. Every one of us come to this world according to our karma. Mother's parents' responsibility for the children is up to 12 years, according to Manu Samhita. After 12 years, the moment they enter to the teenage, 13, every activity children do, they have to enjoy the reaction. If you check in the internet, if I am not wrong, in the 50s, juvenile crime used to be 12 years. Below 12 years, children do any nonsense, they will be sent to the police school. Every district they used to have. But now some big guys, children, they nonsense, They extended 14 years, they made 16 years. During Manmohan Singh time, they tried to make 18 also. Nirbhaya case. So it won, but Krishna's time only 12 years. So understanding that when the children grown up, parents should think that I did my duty, now I should take the dharma related to my Atma. One is dharma related to the Atma, soul, other dharma related to the body. Dharma related to the body, take care of the children. When they stand on their feet, then you take the Atma Dharma. The Atma Dharma is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Dharma bhajassa satatam chadaloka dharman sevassa sadhu purushan jai muktva. What is dharma, Atma Dharma? One should engage in service of the Vaishnavas, devotees, association. That is being spoken by Lord Shiva also about the association of the devotees, Vaishnavas. Without the association of the Vaishnavas, it is not at all possible to advance in the bhakti. Other process may be. Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, Ashtanga Yoga, they are the ascending process. One can try to get the perfection by his own efforts. But Bhakti Yoga, the descending process, it is just opposite. One can come to the level of the Bhakti only by the mercy of Krishna. When he inspires some other devotee, he will come in contact with the devotee. Prabhu, come to the temple. We ask ourselves, every one of us. Did we come ourselves or somebody came and told us? I was told to come to the temple, we have the good prasadam. Prabhupada also started this big organization only by the prasadam. Chanting few minutes and giving prasadam. That some of the Prabhupada disciples told me. In the Mayapur they say that in America they know love, what the mother, child, all that, oh beta, eat. They not say, eat, okay. If you don't eat, okay, go. But they felt so much that when Prabhupada used to eat some more, that made them to attach to Prabhupada. They say that we never felt that somebody can ask us to eat it and so much love. Because of that love shown by Prabhupada, he never left. The ISKCON also, when we give Sunday feast, we never said, okay, no more. We give, more take it. Is it? That's Prabhupada's principle. By taking the association, it's a descending process by the mercy of Krishna. Krishna inspires the devotees, Vaishnavas. Then Vaishnavas bless the non-devotees, and because of the blessing of the devotees, he will come to the temple, sit with them, hear with them. Taking association of the devotee, hearing from them, it is very powerful. As Kapila Maharshi says that prasangamacharam pasham atmano kavayo vidhu. The attachment prasangam, it is important whom we take association. If we take association of the non-devotees, door to the hell is open. Sayeva sadhu sukrito mochadvaram apavrutam. The same association, prasangam, we take with the devotees, Vaishnavas, door to the liberation, moksha, mochadvara apavrutam. The same is also spoken by Kapila Maharshi also to Mata Devati, Srila Prabhupada quoting, Tajjoshana dasya apavarga vartmani. Because we are associating with the devotees, we are hearing from the devotees about pastimes of the Lord, and as such we are getting Nishtha Bhakti, engaged in service of the Lord, then door to the liberation is open. Apavarga means it is Vaikuntha. Remember first day I said it, Pavarga, why it is Pavarga material world? Patan Palasha, Papa Baba Ma in our languages, that's five, there's material world. And where these five do not exist, that is called Apavarga Vaikuntha. Okay. So that's why Tajjo Shana Dasya Apavarga Vartmani. Srila Prabhupada also quoting that because one is associating with devotee and engage in service of the Lord, that makes them qualified to go back home to spiritual world. Hearing the Bhagavatam, reciting Bhagavatam, very, very important it is. Yesterday also telling in the 3rd chapter of the Bhagavat Mahatmya, glories of the Bhagavatam in the Padma Purana. There are two glories of Bhagavatam. One is found in Skanda Purana, one in the Padma Purana. Mostly prominent or spoken or heard mostly is from the Padma Purana. Skanda Purana, very few people hear it. So, there also mentioned Sanat Kumar, the one, son of Lord Brahma, says that the one who recites Bhagavatam every day, one verse, will get liberated. So we are calculating yesterday, remember? If you recite one verse a day, how many verses you can recite in 1 year? 365. So 1000 in how many years it takes? 3 years almost. How many verses are there in Bhagavatam? 18,000. So how many years you need it? 18 into 3? 54. Then I thought that, oh, that's why if you are reciting verse every day regularly, automatically you are purified, because every verse is a mantra. Why? Because it's spoken by the lotus mouth of the Supreme Lord. And anything spoken by the Lord is the Veda. Okay? And it's mantra. Because of the potency of the mantra, one will get liberated. Then I thought Prabhupada has given this opportunity. In Bhagavatam say, everybody should recite, is it? You don't find any other places that, oh, the one who is talking, others should also recite Bhagavatam. Only ISKCON Srila Prabhupada has given this facility. You don't find other Gaudiya Math also. You go there, one will talk Bhagavatam and go. But others you get it in ISKCON by the means of Prabhupada, everybody get opportunity to recite the verse. By reciting the verse, one is physically the tongue will do the piti. Automatically becomes flexible. And spiritually, one gets liberated from the material existence. Consciousness without we knowing it purified. Okay? So, Lord Shiva says that devotees whose heart has been completely cleansed by the process of devotional service, favored by the Bhakti Devi. And devotee service, what is that? Not doing on our own by the mercy of the Lord. Devotional service, one can come to the devotional service only by the process of Lord. In the 11th canto also Lord Krishna says to Uddhava, Satsangalabhya bhaktya maimam sa upasate. The one who performs the bhakti by the taking association of the devotees, that makes one easy to see me easily. Anjase vindate padam. And means when you come to in association of the devotee, we perform the bhakti. Why? Because we perform bhakti according to instructions received by Vaishnava. Otherwise, make my own rules and regulations. Making rules and according to my desire, it is the demonic. Lord Sri Krishna also says in the 16th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, one should follow the scriptural injunctions, how one should perform the bhakti. That's why devotees always look what is where it is mentioned. Following the rules and regulations, we do it. So that helps. Krishna also says in Uddhav that, because you are getting the bhakti by the association of the devotee, satsanga labdhya bhaktya, by that process when you engage in service, and it will please me and very easily see me. Anjase vindate padam. You will see my lotus feet. Seeing the lotus feet of the Lord means seeing the Supreme Lord Himself. Simply by associating with the pure devotee, one becomes wonderfully advanced in Krishna consciousness. Lord says in to Uddhava also, now many places Lord in the 11th chapter again and again stresses on the association with the supreme devotees. Okay? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu satsanga sarva sahaya. So without association of the devotee, nothing. Okay? Specifically chanting Hare Krishna mantra purifies one, and this chanting is therefore recommended by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whether Mahamantra potency is there or not, Srila Prabhupada has given one of the lectures. Okay. Whether Mahamantra potent or not, if I am not wrong in the Science of Self-Realization book, I think. When Prabhupada went to preach in America, they were not the Vaishnavas. We all know it. They were what? Hippies. But they chanted. They had full faith in Prabhupada and chanted it. You can see the earlier times, the videos, how much glare is, effulgence is there in the faces when they are chanting. I asked one of the Prabhupada disciples in Mayapur, Prabhu, that so beautiful look like effulgence face. Why can't we get? Because they fully had a faith and surrendered to Prabhupada. You can see earlier time videos when they're chanting how the grace you can see in their face. And they said that fully all the devotees had full faith in Prabhupada. Well, they don't know what is bhakti, but they had faith in Prabhupada, fully surrendered. So that made them, and they chanted. Prabhupada said, chant Hare Krishna. By the potency of Mahamantra, they become Vaishnavas. Where was hippies and they become pure Vaishnavas, highly elevated Vaishnavas. That's why even after Prabhupada departed this material world, they continued the process. When Prabhupada was here, he opened 108 temples. Now there are more than 650 or how many? Every part of the world you will find temples, except Saudi Arabia and Iran. You go any part of the world, not only ISKCON glorify. I heard many times Katha, when the Bhagavad Kathakars from Vrindavan, they said, on Malupithadishwaru, many lectures, he said that Prabhupada went to America, not only changed their hair, eating, they changed their wearing the clothes also. You can see when American ladies come, nowadays Indian ladies when come to the temple, they take out the pallu, but American ladies, you don't find anyone taking pallu. And he was mentioning it, where they were eating the meat and drinking nice alcohol, now made to Vaishnavas. So that is potential of Mahatma Sadhu. Because they associated with Prabhupada, heard it, took it granted and became pure devotees of the Lord. So that's why Bhagavatam stresses again and again, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha. Without Sadhu Sangha, there is nothing. Sometimes people say, hey, in the house also I'm watching the TV. TV is TV. TV is the one-eyed demon it is. Even if you watch Rama, something is better than nothing, but TV cannot give the proper association as we get from the devotees. Okay. If you sit with the devotees, their spiritual practice radiates. It will affect the people sitting with them. And when you sit with the TV, what will radiate? There also radiation is there. Micro energy, it will destroy our health also. Cheto Darpana Marjanam, Srila Prabhupada mentioned that the Hare Krishna mantra will clean our heart. Cheto Darpana Marjanam Bhavama Davagnirvapanam. And practically you can see it. Practically it can be seen, it is my life experience also, I told you one day. Only by chanting that mantra can purify you, nothing else it is. It will clean your heart, then you will realize it. And without chanting, you may be PhD in English or Sanskrit, read the books, you can't understand anything. But when you chant and read, then it will make you to understand what is the intent of that one. There are so many people are there, wonderful people. Do the katha, get lots of money also. But if they don't have the bhakti, it will not transform anyone. But the one who is speaking is also devotee. His words will have the effect and it will transform. And you can take example, Srila Prabhupada. When one's heart is not pure, he cannot see how the things are related to the Supreme Personality Godhead. Like a scientist, you can see, oh, we created, we made it. I made the semiconductor, so previously radio used to be big, is it? We all seen it. Now small in your watch. We invented, we made it. That is true, you invented, you made it. But where did you get the material? Where did you get the semiconductor? Are you getting my point? You made the semiconductor small one, advanced processing, but where did you get the material to make that semiconductor? That Krishna's property you have taken and you said, I made it. You are stealing basically. You cannot make anything without taking the material from the Lord. Who made this earth, water? Did anybody make the water? Who is giving this water, air, free air? Who is giving the free light, sunlight? If Lord Krishna sent the bill, nobody can pay the electric bill. Huh? And taking this, we said that we did it. Then nothing belongs to us. That is the beauty. If you read, that's why here Prabhupada mentioned that only when you see, take association of the devotee and hear from them, they understand that material world, everything coming from Krishna. So anything in relation to Krishna that is true, anything not in relation to Krishna, it is false, just Brahma. Why? Because even the material world also, we created it. That's why in our so-called present Sanatana Dharma, Vedic Dharma, we call Hindu, we worship everyone. We worship the trees, we worship the stones, mountain, we worship the snakes also, we worship the why. That is the third verse of the Bhagavatam. We see the presence of the Lord everywhere. Who made the trees? And science also agrees in the trees also got soul. Life is there. Vedas also say. We see, and what is the life given by? The life is nothing but Lord Krishna's energy. So we see the presence of the Lord's energy and the Lord in each and everything. That's why in the so-called Indian people, Hindus, they worship everything in this material world. To show the people that this is also creation of the Lord. Lord is there as super soul. Such a broad view. But others say they don't have. Say, oh, what is this snake? What is that? Kill it. And we don't kill it. I have the right to say, be alive. They also have the right to be alive. Seeing everything in relation to Krishna is that can happen only with the devotee. Devotee, when see the enemy also, they don't kill it. A snake coming, they don't kill. Okay. One day we are in the Rajamandal Parikrama, near Nandagaon, with the place called, what is that? Stealing the clothes of Krishna, what do you call it? Chirghat. There we are staying, camping in the field. Myself and Bhakti Narasimha Swami, we are one tent. Then the bottom side, cold water coming up in the night. You can't all sleep. Maharaj got up 2 o'clock. We used to get up 2 o'clock to the bath. Maharaj gone out. On the field he saw one cobra, snake. He was going the light, he saw the snake, stopped it. He was afraid to go, where to go. Then he saw nearby one person working the field. Because in India, electricity come in the night, farmers start working in the night. He was putting the water to the field. He went and said, hey, there is snake. Oh, little bit he said, oh, samp. So he said that farmer came and saw them and just gone. And he came to me and said, Maharaj, why he didn't kill snake? What happened? I showed him the snake is there, just to look it and gone. I said, farmers, they don't kill just like. Huh? Because I know that so many snakes are there. If you have to kill, you have to hold the killing only. Huh? So that kindness is there. Because the farmers also understand that this is also creation of the Lord. They not educated. Those who are coming from the village background, farmer life, you might remember it. Before we take the plow to the land to plow in June, after rains, what they do? They used to worship. I have seen in my childhood. One day before the Purnima, this June month, Maharashtra celebrate, Telangana also Eruvaka Purnima. That day they give good bath to the bulls and everything, give the good food also, even alcohol also, local one. Then make them run with the bullock carts and they take the plow. And before the plow, with the bulls can enter the land, we used to worship the land, do the puja to the land, break the coconut, then they worship the bulls and plows also. They don't know why we are doing, but they see this is all the creation of the Lord. That is the beauty of this Sanatana Vedic Dharma, that's seeing everything in relation to the Krishna, Supreme Lord. That is so here also Srila Prabhupada says that when we hear from the devotees, we see everything in relation to Krishna. And that is one of the important aspects of the devotional service also. Nothing is separate from the Krishna. That Chaitya Shloka and 4th Shloka Bhagavatam also Srila Prabhupada comment on that one. Idhami Vishwam Bhagwan Ivaitarha. He who that is purified can see that whole cosmic manifestation is but the Supreme Personality Godhead. He expanded himself. In the Vishwarupa also can see all the rivers and mountains are, what are the rivers and oceans? We got the nerve system flowing the blood, that is blood, the universal form of the Lord. Okay. The trees and plants are the hairs on the skin of our body. These plants and trees and all these are like hair for the universal Virat Rupa of the Lord. So it means everything is nothing but expansion of Krishna. The devotees see them in that way, in that perspective. One who is pure in heart is never attracted by the external energy which adjusts the individual soul to try to dominate the material nature. You can see devotees also, everybody wants to enjoy, but the devotees enjoy in a different way. Everybody wants to put the very fashionable clothes and go out, natural. But devotee, what they put it? Dhoti and shirt. They are happy. In comparison to our other colleagues outside, the desires of the devotees are automatically minimized. That comes without we knowing. Because the byproduct of the performing the bhakti to Krishna is that detachment. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janayati Asu Vairagnyam Jnanam Chayat Ayudikim. In the beginning of the Bhagavatam itself, Sutta Goswami says that by performing the bhakti to the Vasudeva Sri Krishna, automatically, Asu, very easily, Vairagya will get detachment. Detachment doesn't mean that we go to the forest. No. Proper Vairagya, Yukta Vairagya, understanding. Staying in the family, not staying in the family. That is the Vairagya. Okay. The pure heart of the devotee is never disturbed when he executes devotional service in the form of hearing, chanting, remembering. This has to be there. Hearing, chanting, remembering and serving. When we engage these four keep in our life, we never will fall down. La Prabhupada in the Upadesha Amrita, Nectar of Initiation, says, Tat Tat Karma Pravartanat. In the 4th verse, I think it is. Third verse. So, Srila Prabhupada writes that Tat Tat Karma Pravartanat means this all we have to follow it. Following the strict regulatory principles, hearing, Mangalarti, but the devotees, whether at home or in the temple, Mangalarti are getting up in the Brahmamurta obligatory. You can see no animal will sleep after 5 o'clock. You can see whether dogs or even hawks, bulls, or anything, you don't find anyone sleeping after 5 o'clock. Only two creatures. What is that? Ullu, owl, and a rat. Because they can't see in the daytime. Other than that, you don't find any creature sleeping after 5 o'clock when human being sleeps. Who is great? Human being or animals? Because that is not nature. The animals, they follow the nature. They are healthy, they don't have hospital. We don't follow the nature, so we got so many hospitals. Ayurveda says that anyone regularly getting in the Brahmamurta between 2 and 6 o'clock, 50% of the small diseases will vanish automatically. Because that is nature. We only have to get up. A stronger Hudayam, they mentioned that when I was in Kerala, they read every day in the hospital. They say that just by getting in the morning only, one will be free of so many small diseases. Big diseases come because of the reaction of karma. The Bhakti Yoga process must be carried out by avoiding the 10 offenses one can commit while chanting Mahamantra. This is part of the Tat Tat Karma Pravartanat. Okay? A devotee is also called Muni. The word Muni means thoughtful. Muni means he doesn't talk unnecessarily. He talks what is necessary. Devotee need not to talk about what is happening in the world. The world will happen. You and me, we can't do anything. We can criticize, we can disturb our mind, increase our blood pressure, but we can't do anything. So better keep quiet and think about Krishna. The word Muni means thoughtful. A devotee is thoughtful as a non-devotee is speculative. The non-devotee speculation is impure, but devotees thoughts are pure because they are surrounding around Krishna. Devotees always think about in relation to Krishna, everything. It is always pure. Thinking of Krishna itself is the purifying effect it is. Srunvatam sa kata Krishna punya sravana kirtanam hridiyantasto yabhadrani vidno srusatam. Bhagavatam says, first canto, Srunvatam sa kata Krishna punya sravana kirtanam. Hearing the Krishna's got the, what is that? It will wash out all. What is washing out? Vidno srusatam. Be all the contamination. We say, I take bath every day, I use the Lux soap. Yes, that is good, external. But internally dirty. Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madamacharya, mama, mameti. You see, the Bhagavatam, the sages entered 6 doors in the Vaikuntha, nobody stopped. Is it? 3rd canto. And when they entered the 7th door, Jai Vijay stopped it. Remember? So what is that? What is the 7th door? Mama Mameti. I am a great sage. Darsha sarvapad vinurmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam. One should not only get freed of the kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madamacharya, which are inherent in eternal living entity, but should also be freed from the upadhi. I am a sannyasi, I am an Indian, I am that. Whatever you say, I am so and so, that is upadhi. One upadhi that I am servant of Krishna, that's all. Jivera Swarupai Krishnera Nityadas. This sannyasi and all these are externalities only. One should transcend that one also. And that is 7th gate. Okay. So here also say that's Srunatanka Swakata Krishna Punya Sravani Kirtanu Hridi Antasto Yabhadrani Vidno Srusatam. When that process is followed, finally devotee will come to the stage of realizing the absolute truth. In the same chapters, 21st verse, it gives from 17 to 21 how the devotee gradually elevates from raw beginning stage to the highly elevated. By the moment we engage in service of the Lord with association of devotees, you are coming in association to devotee means you are coming to a mode of passion and goodness. Okay. Already elevated from the mode of ignorance to partial mode of goodness and passion. And constant engage in service, association with the devotee, engage in service of the Lord, we are in the mode of goodness. When you are in the mode of goodness, then only you want to serve the Lord, you want here. That's why you are here. If you are not in the mode of goodness, you don't like to sit and hear about Krishna. What is there? People keep on talking. Night TV serial is coming, let us go. Or let us go to hotel to eat something. But you got pure consciousness is there. So it will help us. That's why it says, when in the mode of goodness we engage in service of the Lord, but it makes us free from all our contamination, we are free from the bondages. That's why 21st verse say that Bhijyate hridaya granthi chidhyante sarva samshaya chiyante chasya karmani drishtaya atmanishwari. So this is Atmadarshi self-realized state or pure devotee state. Even devotee comes to the pure devotee stage means at that stage he has no bondage of anything. Bhijyate hridaya granthi. Knots outside, this is my knot, neck knot, joint is there, knee joint, hip joint, so many joints. External, but internal joints also there. Asmita. I am man of knowledge. I am a good devotee. These all are the internal unseen knots, granthi. Ichha, Dvesha, Anuraga, these all are. Okay. So by the preserved devotional service, one will be freed. At the time you see Atma, that you see that you are able to see the Supreme Lord. Means when only one completely freed of the bodily consciousness, you come to the Atma Bhuta Sthiti, that is called Sita Prajna, what Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Sita Prajnasa. Second chapter 54 to 72, what Lord Krishna speaks that how Sita Prajna talks, walks, eats, everything is different. Okay. The devotee is addressed as a Muni because thoughtful. The conclusion is that when one's heart is purified in association of devotee and by avoidance of the offenses committed when chanting and worshipping the Lord, the transcendental nature, form and activities of the Lord are revealed by the Lord. Okay? So transcendental form, nature is there. That can be revealed only to the pure devotees of the Lord, not to anyone. Only devotional service alone will please the Lord. Lord says in the Uddhava also, na swadhyas tapasyata, namam rodati yoga, na swadhyas tapasyata. Neither the yoga nor study of the Vedas, anything you take it, it will not please me. Only bhakti performed in association with the devotee will please me. That's why Lord Shiva also stressing that the bhakti will. Today say that nayasya vittam. So only the devotional service to the Lord will help me, help the Lord. So he teaches to prachetas how to pray offer the praise to the Lord. Stressing that if you want to see the mercy of the Lord or you want to see the Lord's face to face, then one should take devotional service in association with the devotees by the blessings of the devotees. That is in short. We stop here. Any question, criticism, comment, welcome. Okay, stop here. Srimad Bhagavad Puran ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava. Sometimes to bring the topic to the point, we have to drag left and right, so that we understand what you are talking about.